There's a lot of you. Yeah, once you get up here, there's a lot of you. Okay, all right. A lot more than I thought sitting over there. I'm just gonna say this. I usually try to just clear the air right away when I speak. I don't have a cold. I've never smoked, and I've never toured with Slayer. This is just the way I sound. Okay, it's just my voice. So I'm also gonna preface this by saying that this is going to be an adult speech, meaning I'm a very educated person, but I tend to live my life with the fury of a preacher and the mouth of a sailor. So just brace yourselves on that. So I have a company called Burn Cycle. I'll give you a little lowdown because some people think it's about download speeds and some people think it's a bike shop. So we're spinning studios. We have 2 here in the Portland area and we have 2 in the Seattle area. We just launched 2 expansions of our brand. We have Burn Movement, which is online workouts, destination retreats, and community-based pop-up workouts for charity. We also just this month launched what we call the Lab, which is a test kitchen for innovative cross-training. We don't really consider ourselves just a fitness company. We're sort of a 360 brand and an authority on health and wellness and all things fun. So, all right, we got that out of the way. What I'm here to talk to you guys today about is the power of optimism and the duty that we have if you truly believe it in your bones. So I spent the better part of a decade chasing a totally different career. I went to school in Seattle and New York and lived in Los Angeles and climbed my way up the production ladder and got to the top and was a producer and had the fancy business card and was the person everyone wants to talk to at a party because it's interesting. Realized my soul had totally dried up and I didn't want to do that anymore. So I sold everything that I owned. I moved to India and then Nepal and I went on a lady walkabout. Kind of had to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. Moved back here to Portland, where I'm from. Got back into production for a hot minute just to realize that it's the same industry, just a different location. Realized it was time for me to start something on my own. And when I set out to do something on my own, I knew I wanted to create a space where my energy would be the bar, where people could come and tap in and get their daily dose of positivity. I'm not trying to change the world, and I'm definitely not trying to change the healthcare system. I just want to change your day. Because I think that if I can change your day, then you can go change the world. You can be a better partner, a better husband, a better boss, a better colleague, better creator, whatever it is, will raise the collective bar. So I started Burn Cycle in 2013, and I decided to start a family at the exact same time. So what happens when you put your ideas out there, right? You've got your people in your corner. I'm very lucky I had an incredibly supportive team and family. And then you've got everybody else, right? So for me, it's been done before. It's a saturated market. You have no experience. Starting a business and having a family is a horrible idea. So I'm processing that. I wouldn't say it was the best to do it at the same time. However, let me go on. So as timing would have it, we opened the doors of our very first studio just a couple weeks after I had my first kid. So if you're a brand new business owner and you're a brand new parent, you have zero fucking confidence in either, right? Just none. Holy what's going on. Not to mention that I was 42 pounds heavier than I'd ever been in my entire life, and I couldn't physically do the physical fitness that I was trying to sell. But there was this quiet confidence in our gut, that thing that most of us in this room listen to, that just said, fuck it, girl, you got this. Okay? And I couldn't explain it, and I couldn't reason with it, but it was there, and it's something that I've curiously explored over the last 5 years. So how many people in here are actual entrepreneurs or like business owners? Yeah, I like to know where my crazies are at. Great. So what's the most common question we all get, right? Weren't you scared? Out of our minds. You know, how did you deal with the fear, or when did you know the timing was right? So I think most of us have like a stock answer that we give. I think I can confidently say though, most of us probably can't explain it. We just knew. There was just something in there that told us, fuck it, right? We're gonna do this. So I'm losing my train of thought because I'm looking out and there's a lot more suits in this room than I was expecting to drop an F-bomb to. Sorry. Anyways, so we can't really explain it. So what does that make us then? What does that make us? Are we ignorantly happy? That's my dad on the dance floor at my cousin's wedding. Okay? Are we irrationally positive? That might have been me when I took my entirely ginger family on vacation to Arizona. Probably could have thought that one out a little bit better, but no, I think that we are something different. I think that we're the entrepreneurs. We're the ones that see all the odds stacked against us and bet on ourselves anyways, right? We're the ones that know all the facts, that 50% of the startups are gonna fail in the first year, 96 are gonna be gone, 96% are gonna be gone after 10 years, right? But we still do it anyways. We're the ones that know that by very definition of being an entrepreneur, we are expected to create something out of basically nothing, that our life is now going to be systematic and continuous risk, that we're gonna fail publicly, we're gonna fail privately, and that we're gonna work harder than we've ever worked before, and in our guts we know that our work is never going to be done. No, we're something different. I think that we are the reckless optimists. So, the reckless optimists. The reckless optimists. What does that make us then? A sisterhood, a brotherhood, right? A tribe, a pack, a posse. This is who we are. A band of thieves that'll steal the fucking wind right away from the status quo. That's who we are. Hey, because there's no fair weather entrepreneurs, right? When the seas and the storms look daunting, we don't get to turn around and go inside. No, we step to the edge and we jump off and we say, fuck it. What's the worst that could happen? Okay, well, I've broken ribs, and I got my heart broken, foreclosed on a home to make my dream come true. Been in the position where we can't pay ourselves, where we can't pay our people, where you're getting criticized from the outside, and you're getting questioned from the inside, but we still do it, right? We still do it. The reckless optimists. So, where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Again, the world needs us. Guys, the world needs us. Hey, because once we've all had this taste of building something special, of living that passionate, driven life where you're actually creating something special, we can never go back. We can't go back because the world is so hungry for inspiration and people that are willing to do the fucking dance, right? Elizabeth Gilbert says it best. She says, inspiration doesn't owe you a damn thing. Inspiration doesn't guarantee that you're gonna spot the landing or stick the landing. Inspiration just wants to dance. And we, as the reckless optimists, have to be the ones out front, leading the charge, jumping off the edge, falling flat on our fucking faces, and getting back up again and saying it was totally worth it because we got to dance. Hey, success requires tenacity, and tenacity requires confidence. Well, one thing that we can all be confident in this room is that optimism brings solutions, creativity, collaboration, ideas, creativity to our cities, right? We are shaping our cities. We are shaping this tiny little corner of the earth and pushing the human race forward. So every day, we act confident, right, as entrepreneurs. We got it today, we're fine, everything's fine, I've got this. Hey, it's hard to say every single day we're gonna be confident, we're not gonna know what we're doing. It's gonna be hard to figure out where we're going. We're gonna have imposter syndrome, probably gonna get our asses handed to us on the weekly, right? But I think that one thing we can all be very confident in this room is that gut feeling that we all listen to, that we can't explain, that we are the reckless optimists. And at the end of the day, when shit is going down and things look good and then things look bad and we don't know where we're going, we can always rely that we, as the reckless optimists, will take the jump and say, let's do it again. All right, that's my thing. That's my thing.